I don't even know I'm gonna show. I don't even know if I want to show you guys my fucking room. Listen, I'm moving to Thailand in 2 months. Don't judge my box desk. Don't. Guys, in today's video, we are going to be talking about the best relationship and the worst relationship I've ever had. Sorry, girls, I'm exposing you. I'm not going to say their names, obviously, but here's why I'm doing this. I want to tell you the green flags and the red flags to look out for wifey material girls. Now, a lot of you guys are stuck on the dating and approaching phase. You're just trying to get your social skills up. So this might be a future video for you to keep in mind. But eventually, guys, you will get to the point where you're ready for a girlfriend. And fucking hell, bro, you will ruin your life if you choose the wrong one. So first things first, let's go ahead and do 500 push-ups to warm up these muscles so that my brain is functioning at a high percentage. That didn't really make sense. Okay, let's go. I'm going outside. That's the point. Fuck, boys, I'm destroyed today. I'm dead. Yo, guys, at the end of this video, I'm going to be going out and talking to a few girls, so stay tuned to that. But I guess we'll just get into number one while we're here. So you want the good news or the bad news? We'll start with the bad news. All right, so red flags. First things first, I'm going to tell you about my 3-year-long toxic relationship. What I learned, the 5 things you need to look out for in a girl. Oh man, number one. First things first, backstory on how I got this girl. I went on a date with her. I had no confidence, completely fumbled it. This is right when I started my pickup approaching journey. 6 months later, same girl became my girlfriend. She was a model. It was just, I had so many options. I had abundance. I was in momentum. I was loving life, living life, disciplined, on point, and I fucked it all up and got a girlfriend, and it really fucked up my progress. So if you learn anything from this video, really keep that in mind. Sometimes when you're not ready and it's not the right timing and it's not the right girl, you can really mess up your progress in life by getting a girlfriend. And God, man, if I could go back in time, I would. Man, I really hope you guys don't judge me for this, but number one, she always wants to hang out with her male friends, go to parties, hang out at dudes' houses. I mean, obviously, this is a clear sign, but a big red flag is she wants to hang out with other guy friends all the time. Like, she has male friends that she's like, that's just my friend. Don't be insecure. Like, no, it is not just a friend. And I'm so happy I had a good relationship to reference this. A girl who respects you, and this is number one, a girl who respects you is not hanging around a bunch of dudes, you know, and calling you insecure for thinking about it. Guys, at that point, it's, listen, you either want to be with me or you want to be with them dudes. You get to choose. And honestly, it's such a red flag that if a girl's even attempting to try to hang out with all her friends and she just doesn't understand that, I don't even want to fight that. Just like, hey, listen, you ain't wifey material, girl. That's number one. She can't be hanging around. Bro, I'll tell you a story, and don't fucking judge me. I was young, naive, dumb, didn't know any of this. I remember when we first started dating, she was like, can I go over to my ex's house? Why are you going to your ex's house? She's like, so his guy friend is dating my best friend, and we want to go over. I'm just helping her get some dick. That's it. Should I even put this in here? Guys, I was young, I was dumb. You know, you learn the hard way or the harder way, and I learned the hardest possible way, my stubborn ass. So, guys, was she cheating on me? Probably. But I was too blinded by love. It wasn't love. And I learned this from the next relationship that I'm talking about, where I found a good girl. That was true love. This first one was just more of a toxic attachment where I couldn't let her go because I was needy and I wasn't ready to embrace loneliness. That's what it really was. There were other instances where even a year or two in the relationship, we would go party. I never wanted to go, but I didn't want her to go alone. Red flag. Am I revealing the next red flag too much? Whatever, I'm just going to tell the story. I remember she wanted to go to this guy named Eric's house. Funny enough, after we broke up, she started dating Mr. Eric. So yeah, you see where this leads, right? But she wanted to go to Eric's house. Eric threw a lot of parties. He was a bit of a degenerate guy. did a lot of drugs. I'm like, oh, why are we going to his house? Fuck that house. It's like, well, I want to go. You can stay home if you want. I'm like, no, I'll go. I should have broke up with her right then and there, but you know, me being the simp that I was, and I hope you guys aren't judging me too hard, I was like, all right, I'll go. It is 2 or 3 a.m. at fucking drughead Eric's house, and I'm like, babe, let's leave. Like, it's late, I'm tired. She's like, you can leave if you want. I'm gonna stay. I want to hang out. Blah blah blah. There's a bunch of dudes there. I leave for a minute. I get in my car, complete simp mode, and I just think to myself, I just get so angry in that moment. I'm like, what the fuck am I doing? So honestly, the right move would have been to just break up with that girl, but instead, me being the simp I was, but this is, I kind of have a little self-respect for this one thing I did. I walked back in there and I said it to her right in her face in front of her, like, you're coming with me, come on, let's go, we're leaving. And she was just kind of surprised because I had never been assertive in that relationship. I was never like that. And she was just like, oh, okay. She wanted me to do that. I think deep down, I think she gained more respect for me if I would just lay the boundary down and say, no, you're not staying at this. No, we shouldn't even have been there. Now you want to stay all night. Listen, guys, I learned the hardest possible way on this. I should have just broke up with her. This girl was more trouble than what it was worth. It was fun for the first couple of months during the, you know, the honeymoon phase, but loads of problems for 3 years, man. And I wasn't perfect either. That is essentially my first relationship. We had good moments, you know, we got along well in the bedroom. By the end of it, I had lost so much respect for myself, and she had lost so much respect for me, and just so many boundaries had been crossed that it was just never good. So you have to know how to set a boundary. So that's the first red flag. I kind of ranted here, but that's the first red flag. She shouldn't be wanting to hang out with a bunch of dudes without you, man. Guys, honestly, the next step in my evolution is I'm gonna do an amateur fight in Thailand. Scares the hell out of me. Never been like a really masculine dude, but I want to embrace that side of myself, and it's been something it's been like the biggest fear that I've had in my mind for the longest time. But honestly, now that I've started to get into boxing and sparring, it's really not that bad. You know, you get punched, you get used to getting punched in the face. It's kind of like getting used to being rejected. You know, I've overcome that fear, and now it's like, dude, it's just getting rejected. It's not a big deal. So I'm trying to get the same feeling towards boxing where, you know, it's just a fight. It's just getting punched in the face. It's not a big deal, man. Number two, it might be controversial as number two, but I genuinely believe it, and I find it to be true. When she isn't that about sex as much as you are, like, she should be wanting sex more than you can give it. Now this is, you know, long term. You guys already spent time with each other, and, you know, I'm not trying to sound like a misogynist, and I'm not trying to sound like a pushy guy or any of that. What I'm saying is this: never should you be in a position where your woman, your girl, is using sex to manipulate and control you in a certain degree. And I've had that with my first relationship, and that's a big red flag. When she already has started to lose respect for you in the relationship, and she's not that attracted, and she doesn't really find you that attractive anymore, but she's still in it, and you guys just don't have sex anymore, and you always want it, and she's rejecting you, bro, you might as well just hop out of that, really. Like, you might as well just leave at that point. It's done. And I wish I would have saw that as a red flag in the beginning. You know, in the beginning, the first 3 months, you know, we couldn't get enough of each other. But I would say right around that 2 to 3 month mark, it was like already a pain point in the relationship. I was like, you know what, you know, I'm 19. I'm horny all the time. And to be honest, as a man, I feel like if you have certain needs and you expect something out of a relationship, you just have to be open and honest and set a boundary. And to me, that is a massive red flag. So, holy shit, boys, I'm out of shape. Been eating too much macaroni and cheese. Oh, 2.5 miles in. We're doing 5 miles today, plus 500 push-ups. It's a light day, you know, nothing crazy. So, number 3, red flag number 3, when a girl doesn't support you. Now, this one goes deeper, right? Because part of it is insecurity. She doesn't support your fitness goals, ambitions, and she thinks that you're gonna level up too much and leave her. Part of it's true, right? Could happen. What I think a woman should do is be so supportive and respect you so much that you can't even afford to lose her. There's a saying from my mentor, Jack Hopkins, that he said in a recent video. I really like it. He basically said this: there are 2 times a man grows in his life exponentially. After a breakup, or in a relationship with a girl that actually supports him. A girl that doesn't have an ego and is willing to push you towards your goals. Okay, so I can only give you my own personal experience, but I found that in my first relationship, where we were both insecure, she would always tell me that you're working too hard. She didn't really care about my dreams, and I always felt like she, low-key, like my intuition was telling me that she didn't really want me to succeed. Whereas my second relationship, the healthy one, I found that she was actively pushing me towards the goals that really made me feel inspired. And because of that, I wanted to be around her more. And whenever I was around her, she was like my escape. She was the girl that helped me de-stress and just let go of the burdens in the world and all the crazy things that were happening in my life and the anxiety. And I find now that when I'm single, this is something that I deeply, deeply miss about being in that relationship. You know, late at night, just knowing how to shut my brain off. I'm having to teach myself how to do it by myself, you know, through meditation and reading, listening to music and breath work, you know, deep, deep breathing. But I found that when I was in a healthy relationship, I would leave the workspace stressed, and she would calm my brain down, and I would feel relaxed again and at ease and at home. And this is kind of another red flag. This is a bonus one, but you should be going home to, when you see your girl, it should be like like you just let go, and finally, you know, you have someone to just feel safe with, almost, you know, someone to feel comfortable with, and she brings you that peace and joy and happiness, and she's just full of love and light. I mean, that's a green flag, right? Alrighty guys, this is a very special moment right now. For a really long time, my mom, a lot of people have doubted me, entrepreneur-wise. My mom, for the longest time, I love her to death, by the way, Mimi, if you're watching. She gave me life and gave me the life of privilege that I have today. But for the first time, in 1 week, I made $1,200, and I'm just now getting started. It is a dream come true. I was about to take a sales job. I was this close. I literally had committed, and then things started to pop off, and I was like, no, I'm not gonna get excited. I'm gonna do the sales job, work full time. The sales job was even saying how it doesn't like you having your own passions or other interests, and I was this close to just shutting it all away. And God decided, you know what, you don't have to do that sales job, Danny. Overnight I made $300. I was like, okay, maybe something's happening. Talked to a coach, a mentor, changed some things around. Within 1 week, $1,200. I don't even know why it's not registering, but I've waited for this moment for so long, bro. You have no idea. So I'm about to text my mom a screenshot of what I made, because I told her when I make my first 1,000, I told her months ago, I'm going to send it to you. And she said, yeah, okay. So here it goes. Hey, Mimi, I told you when I make my first 1,000, I would send it to you. And things really started to pop off this last week. So I made $1,200 in 1 week. And estimated I'm going to make $2,000 in the next week. $2,000 total. Yeah, not even showing this to brag, but I said I was going to show you. I told you I was going to do it. I told you I'd make that money. And now you don't have to worry about me anymore. You don't have to send me money anymore. I'm good. Anyways, I love you, Mimi. Just had to prove you wrong real quick. Hey, Mimi, I told you when I make my first 1,000. GG.
If you are hungry before bed, the only thing I recommend you have is like...
Alright boys, we are downtown and it's a bit more lively today than before. I'm doing YouTube interviews, asking people... You're not about that life? Alright, I feel you. I got you. Y'all seem pretty cool. I'm just doing YouTube interviews, I'm asking people. What's one red flag?
Making you unadd girls on Snapchat. That and then unfollowing girls, that's weird.
Or bro, if she won't let you go out, if she won't let you hang out with your boys.
That is a red flag, because in the future she's gonna, I mean, Yeah. And you're gonna be locked down forever.
Just heard.
They seemed bored, man. They were working. They're like, you know what? Who wouldn't want to do a quick? Even if I wasn't interviewing, I would still, if I walked past them, 100%, I would still say, "What's up, boys? How y'all doing? Y'all look like y'all having a good time out here. How's the day been?" I would always engage because they seem cool, build my mood. And now that I've gotten an interview, I'm a little bit less nervous. I'm walking around a little bit more confident. Why just approach the girl? Life is not meant to just be, you know, it's not all about the outcome, you know, enjoy the process. I feel like you got some good stories.
I feel like I'm the problem, honestly.
Okay.
But I'm aware. I would say I'm like avoidant.
Okay.
So when I notice that like people start liking me, I like distance myself and then immediately like cut it off. So
you attract guys who are a bit more distant, a little bit more.
I attract guys that are
emotionally unavailable.
I actually think they're really needy. I'm the emotionally unavailable one, if that makes sense.
Oh, and then once they start getting needy, you're like.
Yeah, I'm like, okay, go away. So that's my toxic trait. So if they're being distant.
So red flag for the girls, if they're a bit distant, maybe. But I think a red flag for the guys, if they don't have a purpose or something they're passionate about and they're so needy and they're just thinking about you all day, like, I think that's a red flag for the guys.
It is.
I think you're just good at sniffing out some neediness.
Yeah.
You're just like,
maybe I'm just like, no.
Where are you from, by the way?
I'm from here.
Yeah? Mm-hmm. Cool. You look like you could be from many places.
Really?
Yeah.
That's true. Well, okay. My dad's Guatemalan.
Okay.
My mom's Mexican. So
cool. Very cool.
Latin,
are you walking back to your car?
Back to my apartment.
Back to your apartment. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. Can you guess where I'm from? Many people guess Mexican because I'm in Arkansas.
Not good. I'm just going to say Puerto Rico.
Puerto Rico? I get that a lot too.
Okay.
I'm half Asian, half Italian, so that's the blend.
Not even close.
The blend. You look like you could be from like Sicily. You know that? You know, Sardinia, Sicily. Because they're a little more darker complexion, but they're still, you know.
Okay.
Yeah, no, it's a flex. It's a flex.
It is a flex.
It's always a flex. Cool. What was your name?
Giselle.
You care if I get your Instagram? Yo guys, so sorry to interrupt. Just wanted to let you know I'm launching my school July 1st. Follow me on Instagram to get the update. But also, you guys are fucking awesome. I was about to get a sales job, and now I'm not. And I'm fucking grateful. I've been doing this for a long time, and it's finally starting to work. And the community that are following me, you guys are fucking positive as hell. Like seriously, I've been reading the comments, and that to me means more than the views and everything. Just the sheer positivity of everyone. So I would love to see you in the school. It's gonna have 3 courses, weekly calls, accountability, the whole thing. It's gonna change your life. You're gonna chase your goals. You're gonna start approaching, and I'm gonna hold you accountable to it. So, I'll see you on the other side, boys. Peace. I've noticed, and this is my personal opinion, so some people might disagree with this, but I've noticed it's a red flag if she's too prideful, her ego's too big, and she has it in her head that, oh, you think you're a man, you can boss me around and tell me what to do? No, I'm not gonna listen to you. Don't tell me what to do. Men suck. So there is this attitude in America that I've noticed, especially in America. It's becoming more feminist, and it's, why should the man be in charge? And basically it's a little less traditional, and to me it's a red flag when a girl isn't submissive. Why? Because I think naturally as a man we want to be a little bit more in control. Now this is under the frame that, keep in mind, I would die for my girlfriend. I love her to death. I want the best for her. I care about her. You can't make me a coffee. You know what I mean? Now, I'm not even like that kind of guy. I'm really not a misogynistic guy where I want her to be following my orders all day. I'm really not. If anything, I'm not that good at being dominant and assertive. It's something I've had to work on. But I've noticed that in my first relationship, every move I made, every opinion I had, every single thing I tried to do, I felt like she was always undermining me. And what I mean by that, she was always doubting me and questioning my quote-unquote leadership. And I remember there was this one time, it was the boiling point 3 years later, that made me break up with her. We were at a festival and she told me, oh, we lost our friends, and it was at the end of the festival and we had been there all night. Fuck festivals, don't go. They're a waste of money, time, and energy. That's another topic. And I'm like, I promise you, our car is that way. We have to go this way. And it's chaotic. Everyone's stressed out, hungover. And she just kept on doubting me, like, how do you know? You don't remember. You don't know. You don't know. Turns out I was right, but that's not even the point. You want a girl who's gonna trust you, who's gonna trust in your judgment, believe in you, see you as the leader, let you make mistakes, and not make your life living hell. Literally just driving with her, she'd be like, wait, what are you doing? Stop. It wouldn't just let me even drive. She wouldn't let me take the wheel of her car. She was too stubborn, too prideful. You can't drive my car just because you're a man, you think you should be driving. She sucked at driving, by the way. And she wouldn't let me take the wheel of life, figuratively. So I felt like it was not the, that's a red flag to me now. I want a girl who trusts me completely and lets me lead a little. You want a girl who trusts your judgment. So big red flag if she's not that submissive. All right, I'm just gonna ask you, y'all don't have to answer if you don't want to. What is a red flag to look out for in a guy and in a girl when you're trying to get a relationship out of them?
No ass.
Sorry, no ass.
No.
Steak breath.
Fuck that feet.
Alright, you gotta watch out for them feet.
Is there
No, I agree, because I used to be a bartender for about 2 years, so yeah.
Cool, where at?
Dallas, Granada Theater.
Ooh,
Yeah.
that's cool. Sounds busy.
It was, you would not believe how busy that was.
I bet.
Yeah. Number 5. What is number 5? I don't even remember. And I keep getting sidetracked with these interviews. Sometimes when people are narcissistic and they have big egos and they have a lot of pride, they have a hard time understanding why other people feel a certain way. They have a hard time understanding other people's emotions. Now, what I noticed in my first relationship was, it wasn't that she wasn't a caring person. She was a great person. Don't get me wrong. She was just too caught up in her own emotions and her own head. I remember she would have arguments with friends and she would have disputes with random people all the time and always be fighting with somebody. And she was just never able to see someone else's side. Whenever we argued, she was never able to see my side, ever. My second relationship, the good one, and you know, those are the two main ones, my long-term ones that I have to compare for. She was so empathetic. She was almost too empathetic, but she was nurturing and caring. So when I went home, we were able to discuss problems. We only had one fight in one entire year, one real fight where we genuinely had a dispute, and it wasn't fun. But other than that, we were able to talk everything out because she had so much empathy for what I was going through, and I had empathy for what she was going through. Even the breakup, we didn't hate each other. We both understood why we were separating, whereas the second one, there was just no getting through. So a big red flag is when a girl doesn't have a high level of empathy. I find that the girls that I want to attract, they have to have high levels of empathy. Like, they have to really understand emotions, understand what they're feeling, understand what other people are feeling. What about you? What do you think? What's a red flag to look out for?
There's a million.
Well, give me the biggest one.
Someone goes through your phone.
If someone goes through your phone?
Yes.
Yeah.
Like, as far as like, look at it, whatever, but like going through my DMs, like, you're psychotic.
They're just looking for something. Yeah. I agree with that.
DMs are weird.
Big red flag.
Yeah.
I like that. What about you?
Big red flags.
Yeah.
What if I'm single?
What about a red flag in a girl? In a girl that you're...
Okay, a girl?
Yeah, yeah.
Like your friend? No. A girl in a relationship?
Yeah.
A girl in a big red flag in a girl relationship is gonna be too clingy and ask for a title. Every step you get. No girlfriend.
To break down that last one, I actually don't agree that if a girl's a bit clingy, I actually don't mind if she's a little bit clingy. A little bit clingy is okay, and her pushing to ask what are we, that's also okay for me. I disagree with that. It's not a big deal to me, but I will agree if she doesn't have any friends that are girls, it is a bad sign, because usually, you know, that just means she doesn't work well with other people. So anyways, guys, thank you so much for tuning in to today's video. We finished, we got it done, we interviewed some ladies, and we got another video done, guys. I appreciate y'all tuning in. I hope you're enjoying the Arkansas series. It's coming to an end soon. I'm moving to Thailand in 2 months, boys. And there, we're gonna have some really epic adventures. So I want you to stay tuned for that one. Be ready for it. The flight is booked. Everything is ready. Are you? All right.